The plaintiff says the defendant let her dogs out. They looked everywhere for the pooch and just couldn't find it. But the defendant says she did nothing wrong and had no idea the dog would escape. But is she responsible? Let's go back into the courtroom.
Do you have a picture of the gap without the chair there? So
Yes.
I can see. I mean, I don't even know that I need that because I know everybody admits that the dogs get out with the gap. See, I understand what you're saying if you stand there and say, hey, guys, come do my lawn next while I'm watching, and then you bring the dogs back in, and then you know that they're not going to... I mean, you know, Ms. Woodbury, in a lot of parts of your complaint, you make it sound like this was on purpose.
Yes, I do feel like it was on purpose.
How could you feel this was on purpose?
So she made it clear she didn't like my dog, and I went away for 2 weeks, and she felt like I needed to pay her for watching my dog.
Why?
She had...
Wait, hold on. Why did you leave your dog with her to watch if you went away?
I left my dog with her girlfriend, and then her girlfriend goes out of town as well for the holidays to New Orleans. And
well, then why did you leave your dog with somebody who wasn't going to be there to take care of your dog? Well,
No, I didn't know her
the truth of the matter is that by then you weren't getting along. You didn't ask her directly, is it okay if I leave my dog with you? The person you left, you just kind of left the dog there. And then you were a little put out that she didn't actually ask you, hey, is it okay? Right. That sounds more like it, right? That's not a reason. And by the way, the dog was well taken care of.
Yeah, she was very
during
well
your 14-day away. All right. Yeah, what picture shows? This doesn't show the door. I wanted
the picture of the gap. I don't have it printed out.
Yeah, that's what I
have a picture of a gap.
Can I see the picture of the gap?
Of course.
Show me proof that you paid $2,500 for the dog.
Oh, it was my boyfriend that paid that, so I don't
Show me proof that your boyfriend paid $2,500 for the dog.
Me and him are no longer in contact.
Show me proof that your dog is a pure bred miniature poodle. Or give me something. Wow, that is a tiny dog if it can fit underneath that door. Are you still living there?
Yes.
Wow, that's got to be stressful. What's the deal?
Yeah, I'm currently going through an eviction process because she hasn't paid rent for this month.
And that's your counterclaim. She hasn't paid rent.
Yeah.
What month hasn't she paid rent?
The month of February.
Okay.
And she's an at-will tenant, so she has every right to leave when she wants to.
Right.
So I'm confused about why she wants to still stay in my home.
Did you give her notice?
Yes, I gave her official notice.
When did you give her notice?
I gave her notice on February the 3rd, and
Okay.
we went to the courts, and she got an official notice this week, and she was served the 5-day
Okay, had you
process.
given her any verbal notice before that?
Yes. Oh, yes, ma'am.
When had you given her
I
verbal
gave her
notice?
verbal notice on January 8th, the day she came back from her 2-week trip.
Is that before or after the dog went missing?
Oh, before the dog was missing. The dog went missing on January 10th. So I told her on January 8th that this is not going to work out, we're not getting along, and that we need to end things. The dog went missing 2 days later. And so this is why she thinks I'm maliciously doing this because I'm out to get her or something. I don't know.
Hey, you would have lost your girlfriend's dog, too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I know we love our dogs like children. I find that you're right because you're just putting the dogs back there was not negligent in the slightest. It was par for the course. The part that was negligent is the part that you shared with me, which is that there's a gap and you know the dogs get out, but you move the chair, and here's why you did that. If you want the long guys to do it, then make sure the dogs can't get out because it is tantamount to opening the door and letting the dogs go away. So that entitles you to the value of the dog. I know you feel a lot of pain and a lot of suffering. Everyone does because they love their dogs. But the law doesn't recognize a value to that. Literally, your measure of damages in a case like this is the value of a 5-year-old toy poodle. In other words, if you put the dog in the open market, if you tried to sell a 5-year-old toy poodle, what would you get for the dog? That's the measure of damages. It's not the replacement value. That's not your measure of damages. It's not how much you love a dog that then jacks it up to super high because you love the dog so much. Do you understand what I'm saying? All right. What would you pay for a 5-year-old dog? You know, that's where the rub is. I'm going to award you damages in the amount in your lawsuit against her of $1,000, which is extremely generous on my part. Now let's talk about rent. She did not pay rent for what months? Did she pay rent in January?
January, yes.
So the month she hasn't paid rent is February?
Yes.
Okay. And what is your defense to paying rent in February?
Well, since Coco's been gone, she's been